Hey guys, welcome back. We are currently on part 3 of how to make your own RPG game. So, now we are going to start configuring the shop. Now this is where it starts getting a little bit confusing, but you guys don't have to cry, okay? It's fine. So I'm going to put my shop right here. So, here's what we have to do. So you can't actually open up and do stuff in the shop, really. So you have to go down. I'm going to close all these things up for the most part. And I'm actually going to make a mobs folder. We're going to grab a folder and we're going to name it mobs. We're going to take all of our mobs. Actually, oh wait, we already have a mob folder. Never mind. Sorry about that. So, to spawn. Oh wait, hold on, real quick. So let's go ahead and grab this. This little thing right here is actually the little tiny part that when you click teleport to spawn, it will teleport you to spawn. We're gonna put it right here. So now it should work. Anyways, let's get back to the shop. So to actually start doing stuff, you have to go into replicated storage, game GUIs. That's where you have to go. Now here I have sword pawn, GUI, and sword shop. You want to go into sword shop. And then you'll start making all your swords and stuff. But first, we actually have to make the swords. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to grab our bronze sword and put it into workspace. Should be right here. Ooh, there's our bronze sword. I'm going to move you over here, bronze sword. I'm going to move you right here so I can see you well. Okay, hi bronze sword. How are you today? Hopefully you're good. So here we have our bronze sword. So now we can duplicate our bronze sword. And we have another one. And I'm going to rename this to Iron Sword. Alright, after some minor issues, I actually figured it out. So you have to open it up and click into handle. Then it will put everything up. We want our color at that. That's our iron sword. Right there. So then we want to go into weapon config. And we definitely don't want this at 30. We want this at 5. 2 to 5. 2 to 5. Easy. And then I'm going to go back to my bronze sword. Change the config to how it was. 1 to 2. 1 to 2. So now we have our iron sword and our bronze sword. I'm going to go ahead and take these and move them out of this whole grassy area to right here so I can see them a little bit better. So we currently have our 2 swords. Now I'm going to make another one, of course. We're going to want to make another one, and we got another iron sword. I'm going to name the steel sword. And inside, we're going to go to the handle, and we're going to change the color to that. That looks like a nice steel sword color. We're going to go to config and change the minimum damage to 5 and the maximum damage to 8. Now, of course, you don't need to do any of this stuff, like exactly what I'm doing. This is just like kind of like my idea of what it would actually be in real life. So yeah, I'm gonna make one more. I'm gonna call it, it's another type of metal. There's aluminum. Carbon. I guess we'll go with carbon. Carbon sword. Oh my goodness, I cannot type today. Carbon sword. And we're gonna go and do our handle. And we're gonna change the color to pitch black. Now it looks like a carbon sword. Weapon config from 8 to 12 damage is what the carbon sword is gonna be doing. So now we have our 4 swords. So what we want to be doing is we want to put every sword except the bronze sword. So we want this sword, and this sword. No, I don't want all those. No, not that. Hold on. My God, I always have technical difficulties. So we want to drag these into our game items folder. Pretty sure that's in replicated storage. Yep, so we have this game items. Drag your carbon sword. So we already got an iron sword. I'm gonna put this in the workspace. I'm gonna see what this iron sword is. Now, time for the shop configurations. This is where it gets a little bit challenging. First, we want replicate storage, game GUIs, sword shop GUIs, sword frame, I think, items, buy buttons, and items. So, first buy button right here. We click into it, we go over to properties. It's going to say steel sword. I'm going to change this to iron sword. Iron sword. Boom. Inside, we have our item, which is actually, you want to put this as the exact name as the sword that you want it. So we're putting it at iron sword. So you want to make sure that the name is the exact name that you want it as. This is steel, okay, and then by button 3, we're going to put at gold. Here. Boom. And now we go to item, and I'm going to change this to gold. So now it's going to have those 3. Close this up, and let's try it out. Actually, I almost forgot something, so we want to go into the game items, and we've got to go in the config and see what the cost is for them. So the gold sword, let's start at iron sword, and config, I'm going to make the cost of the iron sword at 150. I'm going to make you grind for a little bit to grab this weapon. Steel sword is going to be more expensive than the gold sword, 450. And gold sword, 420. 30 actually. So now that we got those, we have it. Now we are going to try this out. If it doesn't work, pretty sure I know what to do to fix it. But you want to make sure that your swords that currently are in the shop or just you don't have them yet are always in the game items, because then it's not going to pop up in the sword shop. Head to sword shop, iron sword, steel sword, gold sword. Click it. You don't have enough gold for the iron sword. So then what we can do is we can stop this. So it doesn't show how much gold it has, of course. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to close these up. We're going to go to buy button 1, which is iron sword. And then we're going to put in here how much gold it costs. 150 gold. And then in parentheses, how much damage it does. Or not in parentheses. So this does 2 to 5 damage. Boom. Buy button 2, steel sword. In parentheses, we put how much it, or in brackets, this is 450 gold. And this does 5 to 8 damage. 5 to 8 damage. Finally, buy button 3, which is the gold sword, which costs 430 gold. I want to make sure gold is capitalized. And then put over here, it does 5 to 7 damage. Now when we try it, it's going to say all that stuff on there. We're going to know what it is and everything, so it's going to be cool. So we have head over to here. Iron sword, 150 gold, 2 to 5 damage. Steel sword, 450 gold, 5 to 8 damage. Gold sword, 430 gold, 5 to 7 damage. Grab it. You don't have enough gold for this. You go back in it. We also don't have enough gold for the steel sword, and we don't have enough gold for the golden sword. So if we go ahead and get enough gold, which I'm going to definitely cut out this part of the video. Alright, it took me a little while, but I finally got 150 gold. So I come over, and Iron Sword was 150 gold, and it's like, you purchased the Iron Sword for 150 gold. And I got the Iron Sword now, it does more damage. Let's go test it out real quick. Come here, grass monster. Boom, as you can see, that did 2 damage, 5 damage. The Iron Sword works. Nice. So let's go ahead and stop real quick. Give it a second. And now what we're going to do real quick is something I forgot in the last video. Is we need to make the Lord of Grass a different color. Like his left arm, I'm going to put the color at earth green. His right arm, I'm going to put the color at, this is earth green. Yeah, earth green. And I'm going to put his torso at a different color. Neon? No, that's disgusting. Yeah, that would be green. That's kind of cool. So there's your Lord of Grass with different colors and stuff. Now what we're going to do real quick, something really fast to do. So, if we go to, okay, so this, I don't know if I remember where this is. Actually don't. This is item cost. Whatever. Put these back up here. I'm gonna close all the folders up because I don't want all this stuff everywhere. Alright, now that we got everything for the most part closed up, that's gonna wrap it out for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed part 3 of just tutorials on how to make an RPG video game. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe, like, and smash that bell. It really helps me out. And put a comment down below if you got any suggestions or anything that you could say about it. And that's about it. So, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.